La la. Hello peeps and welcome back to Project Hospital. Welcome back to campaign 1, where Thomas Jones is finally going in for his first of potentially 2 surgeries. We've just had a surgery. Karen Martin was in, which is what all this blood is. We've not had an opportunity to clean up because we've rushed in Thomas. But she is now hopefully much better, although we've still got a symptom here that's pulsating that could cause her to crash even though she's had her surgery. So we need to truly find out what that is. So we're over in ICU. She is now performing an urgent echo to see if we can find out what this symptom is. We can also do a physical examination. We also have blood analysis available to us if we really need to do that. Just see if we can find out what this is and try and suppress it, because this will kill her, whatever this hidden symptom is. It's a bad thing. Then we've got Thomas, who's finally had an awful lot of treatment. He has his antibiotics to deal with his septic shock. He's currently having abdominal surgery, which is going to deal with his gallbladder rupture that he is going through. But he's actually in the hospital for whatever that is, which is a different type of surgery. So he needs surgery times 2, but the surgery he's having right now is a surgery that was killing him. You can see here that he now has no pulsating symptoms, so nothing here should kill him now, and he should be able to wait for this particular surgery fairly okay. He should be okay. Brooke is still with us, just about. We don't see any pulsating symptoms. She's just in the ICU being monitored very carefully and on an awful lot of drugs. So there we are. There we are indeed. So what we should do is check out the critical room. So we had a message to say that we had some critical rooms in the day. Now there's nothing I can do about these critical rooms. We're at max of the rooms that we can have here, and we can see here that one of them was critical 2. And how many rooms? Objective complete. Employee got drunk. Right, 3. And 2 of them we can see here with these surgery emergency walk-in clinic, which I can't do anything about. I'm not extending them. That's just something I've decided that I'm not going to be doing. So let's go upstairs. What other room could have been critical? Again, this would be really nice if we got a list of the critical rooms. Maybe I should feed that back. Let's see. I mean, maybe there is a way and I just don't know it. I mean, that's also possible. Critical. I'm not seeing. Here. So, this is general surgery. And this is critical in the day and high in the night. This room here is the diagnostic unit. The diagnostic unit, a general surgery department, provides examination and treatment procedures for hospitalised patients. And it takes one doctor from the on-call room to be able to deal with it. And clearly this one is no longer enough. So what we're going to do is build a new one. We would like to build another general surgery room. Boom. There it is. I think I've just built the wrong one. Did I just build it? Yeah, I want the diagnostic. I'm just thinking that doesn't look like it. God damn it. It's not the room I want at all. Let's try that again, shall we? We want the diagnostic room. I've just discussed it and everything. There we go. Wasted a bit of money, but we got some of it back, most of it back. So that's good. We've got another one of these now, which is great. What we'll do is we'll just make the room, just do this little bit of decorating out here. So that's nice. We've got an interesting window thing going on here now. No, look, there's a cabinet standing in front of that window. I think think we might get rid of these windows. Let's have a look. Can a window go there? Yeah, that's a bit better. We'll put window here like this. What about that? That's alright. Is that alright? That's alright. Is that alright? Yeah. There. We'll do that. Okay, excellent. Now, even though you can't see it, I know it's there. So I'm just also going to quickly do that. Now, corridor business. I'm actually going to fill this in like that as well. Now, we don't have enough doctors to deal with this room. We are going to need, in the on-call room, one more doctor at night who doesn't do surgery but deals with diagnosis and treatment over here. Ooh. Gets tied though. They've got extra talent for diagnosis and they've only got, we're going to get her in because they've only got 2% in surgery. I might change them over to advanced diagnosis and she won't assist at surgery. And then we're going to also get somebody new for the daytime as well. You get a little bit depressed. I think we've already got somebody who's a bit like that. And I don't think that our rates can take it. Radiology is quite low. Radiology is busy, isn't it? We need to... General surgery is quite high in its ratings, though. Maybe we could take her. No, we'll go. We'll have a bit of a further look. They're all alcoholics. Oh, look at this one. So they're a night owl, so they have increased efficiency during the night, which is fantastic. They also have practical diagnosis, 20% bonus experience for diagnosis skill after successful diagnosis. Even though they got, it's 37% in anesthesiology thing. But we are going to change this to advanced diagnosis. I'm going to lose all that experience that she has. I just don't care, and I do not want her to assist in surgery. So that means that we can have people working in both of these rooms at full rate day and night now, which is fantastic, and that should just help alleviate the pressure from here. I just want to have a look through my own curiosity at radiology. So the workload on this guy was high, none at night, low during the day, none at night. Okay. None at night could be because nobody's working it at night. This one, low and none because nobody's working it at night. I think we will put somebody on at night just so we can have x-rays at night. I'm thinking somebody quite cheap. I'm thinking Jordan here, and he can increase his skill on the job, I think. Learn on the job. And he's just there in case we need him. So it means that if somebody needs an x-ray in the night, we can get the job done. That's great. That's great. Right. Well, I'm happy, I think, with how the night has gone. Oh, gosh, she had a problem there. It looks like they've just suppressed it. God blimey. He's waiting. Right, okay, so he's not going anyway, look. So he's just had a surgery, and he's now going to have his second surgery straight away by the looks of it, and he's waiting for the surgical team. And Brooke is looking stable, but he's sleeping. Right, okay. It's all going quite well. Daytime has arrived, and Thomas Jones is now getting his second surgery. In fact, he has just had his second surgery, so he's doing okay. We'll keep an eye on the 3 that are on intensive care, though. I want to be notified. We've made them favourites, so we'll be notified of anything that is happening with them. It's fairly important. So what I'm going to do, you know how I look after my patients coming in throughout the day. I go through them one by one, and I try to speed them through. If you've watched the previous episodes, you'll know how I do that. And I'm going to do that now, but I'm going to cut a lot of it out. And what we'll do is just cut to potential problematic patients as and when they arrive, so that you can watch just the interesting parts and we can cut out all the boring bits. Well, so far this day is going pretty normally. Nothing abnormal going on at all. And at this moment in time, I don't really know if this is something you want to see or not. I suppose me working through them all the time is something that you may genuinely want to see. So please let me know down in the comments below, me doing what I'm doing here, if this is something that you're interested in watching. Because I think everything's running quite smooth at the moment, so I think we'll stick with me doing this for the moment. Let's see if we can find out with those. Yeah, it's Kate. I'm just going through them, doing my thing, and I just thought, you know what, maybe it would be nice. It's just that it's an awful lot of looking at the screen like this, which I feel like that could be fairly boring. But yeah, do let me know. Open wound. So I've already been dealing with this lady. Hemorrhaging. Oh no, it's a different lady. I'm dealing with the hemorrhaging. I'd like you to close this wound, please. Excellent, thank you. We don't know about him yet. Let's see if we can... okay, hang on. Differential treatment. So controlled patient has stabilised and is now being moved to responsible department. Alright, so Brooke is now stable and she's been taken out of ICU and she's being sent back to the ward on general surgery. That is fantastic news. Isn't that fantastic news, everybody? I think so. He's going through an awful lot of analysis. Looks like he needs it too. Let's see if we can get that without sending them to X-ray. Oh my god, that's pretty unpleasant. It is all sort of nasal and down the throat. Yeah. It's just, do you know what? All the things that don't really need to go to the stat lab. Don't really want her to go to the stat lab. Let's just finish these off and then we'll have a look at that message. So treatment for patient's diagnosis is not available. Okay. So Shockwave, that thing. Make it work quickly. The patient is getting ready to leave. So in order, we can't offer her the treatment that she requires. So here it is. What does it need? It requires a sonography room at the general surgery department. So we need to build one of those. Okay. And get a technologist to work it. That's absolutely fine. Let's do it. So we'll pause. Where were we? We were just going through emergency. Okay. So what we'll do, wrong button. This is general surgery up here. And this is the room that we need. So let's get one. It's this room here. I don't think it'll fit there. No. Or we could probably build one that fits nice and snug in this gap. Should we do that? Shall we do that? I think we will. So we want one of these rooms. Let's pop it there like that. And what we'll do is we'll get ourselves a wall. That's what we need, a wall. And in there we'll also stick a door, because we need one of those as well. A door. We'll stick it to one side like this. Now, look at all these bits and bobs that we need for this room. Let's put a window back here, just so that we can actually... Do you know what we might do? We'll put these glass windows in. Look at these windows behind here. They look silly, don't they? Look silly. Absolutely daft. I like the windows. It's just that there was an awful lot of junk on top of them, which is no good really. So let's just sort that out. Let's make these windows better. Right. Okay. So what do they need in this room? So well, they absolutely need an examination table, and I think we'd like to have it in blue. Now we can see here that we've got an awful lot of blue things have just come up, and that's because this examination table works in conjunction with other things. You can see there's a purple, a grey arrow and blue arrows. They like to make things as complicated as possible in this game. So we've got all kinds of stuff that needs to happen. So this is quite a small room for what we want to achieve. So I think the grey arrow is where the doctor approaches from. Okay, that's where the doctor approaches from. So I'm inclined to do it sort of like this, but I'm not entirely sure what the purple arrow is. I forget. I did look it up once. I did some extensive research on their forums. So we can see this item is blue, and we need to make sure that we get all the other bits in. So it needs this machine here. And look, the little arrow is saying it needs to go here. So we'll pop it there. This is better than it used to be. Shockwave Therapy needs a table. So we noticed that it was flashing equipment table. Maybe if we put that there, put that there. And it also needs this piece of equipment as well. It is all a bit pokey actually, isn't it? It is all a bit pokey. Don't know how I feel about that. How are they going to get around all this equipment? How do they get around there to use it all? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this room is too small. Maybe this room just is too small. Maybe we should use the... Yeah, it's too difficult, I think, to get all of this. Look, we even need like the medical light and everything. But it's good to see. You could see how this was going together, but we are a bit pushed for space here, aren't we? It's not going to happen. Oh well. We tried, everybody. We tried. Get rid of that. So we will do the prefab. I like the prefabs. They, you know, these rooms are great. Nothing wrong with them. I hate that it leaves that little gap. Maybe we'll put this here. We'll pop that there. And we'll fix up this wall. Excellent. Now, we might actually get patients waiting up here. This will be interesting to see if that starts happening. If it does, we'll have to put a waiting room up here. And then the floor. Let's move our floor decoration like that. Pull this one away. Nope. There we go. Right. So then we need somebody working this. And I believe they need this UCG. It does say required skill UCG here. UCG technologist is capable of operating ultrasonographic devices. Fantastic. She has a hidden trait. Hedonist. This Brooke Harris, though, is a hard worker, and her rest levels decrease slower, and she has 0% in cardiology. So what I might do is try and employ this lady, if it'll let me. We've got a spare. So this is annoying, because what I want to do is change what she specialises in. But first of all, I have to try and employ her. It all gets a bit challenging. If I get rid of this, technologists, then employ her, yeah, then I can drop her down. Then it says, hey, she's got nowhere to work. What are you doing? Okay. Go back into play mode. It's a bit of a muck around, isn't it? It's a bit daft. Then, so we've now changed the specialisation skill. Then we need to go back to this room. And now we can assign her. Yeah. There are things about this game. I think I covered it mostly in my PEEPING app that, you know, perhaps not made by the most logical thinkers. They've tried their best, but it's not quite right. And there are problems. And that's one of them. I suppose, you know, they've tried to make the game quite complex in many ways, but I found that the complexity of this game largely comes from learning to play it. Once you know how to play it, it's fine, but learning to play it is a problem, and that comes down to largely their implementation of how the UI works and the lack of information that you get in the game and stuff like that. So, you know, I spent an awful lot of time on forums and stuff trying to learn and asking lots of questions trying to learn about this game. I invested a lot of time and effort, which is why it's nice to be able to show you all this knowledge, that, you know, so that if you really want to play this game but you're finding it frustrating because of silly little quirks like this, you can see my workarounds and how I'm getting stuff done, and I'm hoping it might help. Because this game, it's worth getting over that sharp learning curve. If you can get over it, the game's very rewarding, but it is, that aspect of it is a little bit daft. Anyway, so we have now done what she needs. So we can see here they've now said, okay, you can now go for your shockwave therapy, and they will take her there and they will get her cured. So that's really, really great. We dealt with that fire. So we actually did have a bit of an unusual case there. It required us to build a new department. A department I was expecting to build. There's a couple more things I'm expecting to build as we progress. Anyway, so let's get back to ward patients. I think I just did the emergency department. So general surgery is where I want to be now, and we can see actually that we have somebody with a high hazard rate here. We have somebody with a high hazard. Oh look, he's come in through trauma, so that'll be why he needs abdominal surgery pretty quickly. Okay, he should be fine though. Right, so what's... Oh, you've just had surgery. You don't need this physical examination, I don't think. No, you're going to be fine. You can go back to your room for recovery now. You're also all good. You seem fine. I'm going to give you some antibiotics. He's also getting the same treatment. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, so if you have any questions about any of the things that I'm doing, please ask them down below, and I will try and either cover it by answering your comment or by covering in a video if it's a bit more complex. If you have any questions about the game or how to do anything in the game, do ask. Feel free to ask. And do you enjoy watching me go through the departments like this? Is this something you would like to continue to see? Should I cover the days like this, or are you happy for me to skip whole portions? Do let me know. You'll be fine too. So we're going to we probably don't need to worry about ward patients during the day, to be honest. And I hit ward patients through just habit of doing an awful lot of night stuff at the moment. So let's get back to patients that are actually just in the clinic and need quick dealings with. I've already dealt with them before. They've not been seen yet. They've not been seen yet. Don't send them for x-ray, please. Give them numbing. Don't send them for x-ray either, please. Put their arm in a cast. What is this? What is up? We got to Fraser. There's no waiting room within the sonography unit. I did think that would become a problem. We will go and deal with that in just one moment. Before we do, I'd like to just get through the patients that are here. She's been sent home. He's been sent home. She has... It doesn't matter which one it is. They both need an antifungal cream. So let's just do it. Yeah, leg cast or an ointment. Let's try physical examination and differential diagnosis on you, Peter. Let's check these last three. Let's see here. Physical examination. And actually, I like the idea of sending someone who can do differential treatment. Don't want them to go for an x-ray if I can help it. Okay, try and do it with these things first before you start doing lab work. Wow. He's been hospitalised. He's looking proper rough, isn't he? He is looking proper rough. He's being sick. Give him some meds to stop that. An urgent echo would be great. That's now available to us, and we should do that. Excellent. Right. So we do need a waiting room outside. I had a feeling we might. Here is where we need our waiting room. So let's make it so. Let's build a waiting room. So we know this is general surgery. Waiting room. And we will keep it quite small. We're going to keep the waiting room here. Is what we're going to do. And then in this waiting room, I don't think we need a queue machine here. I mean, it's just one guy coming in and out of here, for goodness sake. So I think that'll be fine. We will put some things in for them to be able to deal with, you know, comfort and whatnot. And we might even put a little coffee table in here. Might put a little clock up here. And how about a nice flower? Look, we'll keep it as a blue one. There we go. That's quite nice. And then what we'll do is just a couple of really comfy chairs, because I doubt there's ever going to be that many people here, to be honest with you. So that should be absolutely fine. Yellow just means optional. We don't have to put these things in, so that's absolutely fine. So that's that problem dealt with. If we now go to her, oh wow, it told me and she's instantly leaving. Yeah, I've done it. That's unfair. It tells you there's no waiting room available. There's no waiting room available. Oh, so it doesn't say deal with it now. Wow. She'll come back tomorrow. She'll come back tomorrow, but it is there to get it done. Hang on. She's going downstairs. That's outrageous. That's annoying. I did it. I paused it and everything and got it done. Whatever. Right, let's carry on anyway with general surgery. We want to look at just the walk-in patient. So we're going to ignore this status and just look at the walk-in patients for the time being. So Rachel Baker, look, it's waiting for a load of test results. Not necessary. He needs to be hospitalised. So we're going to get you into regular hospitalisation and arrange for this surgery and give you a bunch of pills just to deal with your discomforts, because this is no good at all. This is absolutely no good at all. We're going to have trouble finding out what's wrong with you, aren't we? Let's see if we can. It seems unlikely we'll be able to do it with that, but we might give this a go. Seems unlikely though, to be honest. This one we might be able to work out with differential. We'll see. We'll go back now to the emergency room. We want to try and get as many people through here as possible. Let's see here. You've still not been seen, because this does run at critical levels. There's not much I can do about that because I'm not going to build any more rooms. Ointment. You've been seen and are going home. You're still waiting your antifungal. I've got a new guy here. Needs antihistamines. Let's get that done. He doesn't need that allergy test. Don't do any more tests on him. So we've just looked at some of these patients. But, you know, we need to just keep going over it. We don't want you to go for an x-ray, see? We just want you to have some numbing ointment. That's perfectly good. Don't go for an x-ray. Have some numbing ointment. You don't have that test ran. If you could have antibiotics, that'd be fantastic. You've already got enough tests being run. Antifungal, we'll just pick one and give him the antifungal cream, because it doesn't matter. Okay, excellent. Walk-in patients. So we were looking at these walk-in patients. What have we got here? You're still good. Oh yeah, we're hospitalising you. That's right. It still hasn't happened though. I think she's probably waiting for some results at a stat lab. Is what's happening. We will probably need to reevaluate these stat labs very soon. Actually, we can see that he's not even working on hers. Don't know if he's working on hers. No, it doesn't look like it. That looks like the same lady, but it's a different lady. So yeah, they might be a little overworked in here. We're probably going to have to start looking at our stat labs, looking at separating hospitalised and clinic walk-ins, because it does seem to me that stat lab is starting to hold things up a little bit, you know, which is not the best. It's not the best. So this lady is having her her USG. To see if we can try and work out what on earth is going on here without doing stuff through the stat lab is what we're trying to do. It doesn't look like it worked. So we're going to try differential treatment. I'm saying maybe we could also, in the same room, do this, but they've let her go now. We're having trouble working this one out. What's going on with you? Okay. Have that. Have that and go away. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Right. Back to surgery. We can see that the number is going down, which is very important. Don't go for x-ray, for goodness sake. If you could just have an ice wrap and go home, I would appreciate that. You're still waiting for your antifungal cream. That's absolutely fine. In fact, it looks like they just sent her home. He's also waiting for his ointment. And she's gone home. That's fantastic. So he's still going. Let's see if we can do this through differential without sending him for x-ray, but he might need an x-ray. You don't need an x-ray, that much I can tell you. Have an ice wrap and go home. And you've not been seen yet. What's going on with Karen? She's been examined. She's currently having a differential treatment in here. Right, couldn't do it through differential treatment, so we are going to have to send him. Oh look, he's gone in for observation. Isn't that a little excessive? Oh well, he is going to have an x-ray, that guy. That is absolutely going to have to happen. So they're now trying differential treatment, but I feel like there's too many here. Yeah, there's too many here to choose from. And look, they're only like 5-6% chance of being any one of these things. So it looks like we are going to have to get this stat lab involved. I think I'm going to hospitalise her as well. She's quite nauseous, so I think we're going to hospitalise her. And maybe just have an MRI. Just go nuts. Just go nuts. This guy, wow, he's going through an unpleasant time. He probably also needs to go to general. Do a physical examination. They're usually very good. Don't ignore it. They're normally very, very good. Indeed, it's going quite well. So you can see if you go through them, you can push them out of the hospital fairly quickly, and get through probably more patients than your hospital would do if you didn't get so involved with it. Yeah, it's pretty good like that going through it. But yeah, do let me know down in the comments below if you like watching me go through the patients like this during the daytime, and if you like the rounds that I do with my ward patients at night, or if you don't like it and would rather I did skip those things and we got to specific events that are happening. So if there's something wrong with the hospital, something isn't working very well, I only show that type of stuff, and we leave all of this out. Do let me know, and I can move forwards accordingly, because I want you peeps to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? While hopefully being somewhat informative of the gameplay of Project Hospital, which I love, and I hope you're enjoying it too. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not take your first step on the path to total coolness by supporting me via Patreon. The cooler you are, the harder I work, which means even more SHIZWAH.